AMD has announced the rest of its remaining RX lineup. So these are the new Radeon cards, and at E3 today, AMD talked about its RX470 and RX460, which fill in the $100 to $300 range. There could be more in there. We don't know for sure because we didn't get pricing information on these cards or really much else. So what we've got right now, the RX480 is positioned in the 200 to 250, 230, somewhere in their range for the 4GB and 8GB models respectively. That one has been announced since just before Computex, and that card is meant more for the higher end gaming, for VR, things like that. Dropping down a bit, the RX470 is targeted as of today at 1440p gaming, and the RX460 is targeted at 1080p 60 FPS gaming. So they haven't given us specifications, what the graphic settings are supposed to be, or really anything like that. We don't know the compute unit count. We don't know how many streaming processors there are. We don't know how much memory there is. We don't know the release date, specifically anyway, and we don't know the price, except for the RX480 for release date, price, and specs. But 470, 460, we don't have anything yet. So we know they exist. We know that we'll find out more on June 29th with the RX480 launch. And other than that, the other major thing that AMD mentioned was a very specific move toward more mobile notebook GPUs. So this is a space where AMD has been lacking for a couple of years now. If you go out today, right now, and look for notebooks on Newegg, Amazon, wherever, there's a very good chance, I would wager, that you'd find almost entirely Intel and NVIDIA devices, particularly at the sort of $700 plus range. AMD has almost no presence there. Polaris, with its process reduction, with its efficiency gains, is going to be a better use case for notebooks than previous AMD processors or GPUs because of that increased power efficiency that didn't exist previously. So that is something AMD very explicitly said they will be targeting with the new Radeon RX series. Other than that, we have no good information, but we know they exist now. So that's really all I got for you on this stuff. Link in the description below if you want to read the same thing that I just said, because we had the same amount of information. Obviously a little bit frustrating to not get a whole lot more than that, but that's E3. So as always, Patreon link, post-roll video, subscribe for more information. I'll see you all next time. After that point, NVIDIA's got brand new releases. So then the 1060 becomes a concern, but we'll come back to that in a moment. As far as the RX480, it's positioning as a 4GB card at $200.